Hi everyone, and welcome to my sewing room. Today we're in my living room. Obviously, since I moved, I can't keep everything together in the same area. My embroidery machine is one part of the house. My sewing machine is in another part of the house. And I was trying to think of a video that I could do for today. And in the meantime, my daughter called me and told me that they lost a box from their Christmas decorations. And in it was my grandson Diego's Christmas stocking. And so he was like, Nana, can you just make me another one? And I don't care, just so I have something to hang on the wall. I said, well, what do you want? Do you want something more grown up? He's 18 years old. He said, just make it Christmas themed and maybe put Mickey Mouse on it. So I thought, as long as I have to make him another Christmas stocking, I would go ahead and show you how to use your Stellaire scanner or the Design Snap app to see what you have in the hoop and line some embroidery designs up with it and create an embroidery, and also maybe show you how I would go about creating a Christmas stocking. So that's what we're going to do. Anyway, so let's go to my cutting table, and there we're going to kind of design this Christmas stocking. Okay, so I guess there's a lot of different ways to do what I'm going to do here, but this is the way I do it. I'm sure you could go online and Google Christmas stocking pattern and find a free one. I've been making Christmas stockings for, well, my oldest grandchild is 30 years old. My gosh, it's hard to believe that Stephen just turned 30. And I've been doing it for probably that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this pen and I'm going to draw a Christmas stocking. And this is just a tissue paper. Hang on just a minute. I got stuff on the back of this. It's in my way. So I move it back just a little bit. That I use for pattern paper sometimes. I usually try and make a little slant that goes down this way, and then a curve that goes this way, and then goes straight up it. And now what I want to do is I want to take a ruler, and I'm going to decide how I'm going to split this, because I want it to be split. With the different kinds of velvets that I'm going to use. So I'm going to put a line there, and then probably put a line here, and then I'm going to make it at an angle and put a line here. There, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces that my Christmas stocking is going to be made out of. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out, and then I'm going to go to the ironing board and I'm going to iron my velvet scraps to some stabilizer. Okay, so this is a product on this that's called, it's by Floriani, and it's called Dreamweave Supreme. And we've seen the Dreamweave before. It's kind of like a nylon stabilizer that you iron onto the back of your t-shirts and stuff. This is like a woven. It's a whole lot like the OESD fusible woven. I like it a lot. It's got an iron-on it, and it stabilizes just about anything that you're going to need to keep from stretching. And I have some scraps. This is some velvet scraps that I have, but it's very stretchy, and I don't want to make Christmas stocking out of something that's stretchy. And so is this one too. This one is like a velvet red that's also stretchy. And then I have this velour terry cloth that I have bunches of that somebody gave me that I'm going to make the back of the Christmas stocking out of, but I'm also going to put parts of the Christmas stocking, parts of it in the front of the Christmas stocking. So I'm ironing this Dreamweave Dreamweave Supreme to the back of all of these to get them so that the way I want them to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that to all 3 of these pieces, and then we're going to cut them out with the patterns that I just created. Okay, step 2. Let's cut this out with my velvet scraps. I just got these pins. Okay, where's my camera? I just got these pins for Christmas. Isn't it great to have friends that understand your passions and want to buy you a gift that goes with it? So they're really cute too. They've got little flowers and butterflies on them. They're from my friends Gail and Judy, and they gave me these. So let's go ahead and use these. I'm going to start with this green one, and let's just lay it down, the pattern piece that I created, and pin it and cut it out. Okay, so I cut those out. One of the things I forgot to say to you is make sure when you go to cut these pattern pieces out, because we cut right on those lines, give yourself about a 1/4 inch seam allowance so you can sew them back together again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. I'm going to put right sides together. I'm going to take a really tiny, like 1/4 inch seam allowance, and sew these pieces together. And then we're going to put it in the hoop so we can embroider on it. Okay, so this is my largest hoop, and I have it hooped with embellished sticky tearaway. And as you can see, this is kind of old. I've had it around for a little while, but I'm pretty sure it's going to do what I want it to do, even if it's got some little watermarks on it. I think it'll be all right. So I'm going to use a pair of sharp scissors. There's all sorts of different things you can score with. You can do it with a pen. You can do it with a scoring tool, but this will do the job. So now I'm going to peel these off. Don't cut too deep because you'll cut through your stabilizer if you're using scissors like I just did. Now, we're going to take my Christmas stocking that I just created, and we're going to put it on here so it sticks down. Don't cover your black dot. If you have a Stellaire instead of a Luminaire, don't cover this, because then it won't read it. Like, see down here, my toe is coming over that, so I'm going to have to fold this up because I don't want to cover that part. But it'll be okay. I'm just going to do that until I finish doing my scanning. Let's put a pin in it so it's out of the way. You know what? I got a better idea. I'm going to pop this open, and I'm going to do it like this. I don't really like, I know that my table's shaking when I'm trying to rehoop this, but at least the toe is under my black marks. So that's ready to go. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my phone here, and I'm going to open. Sorry about that. I'm going to open my Snapchat, my design snap. I don't know why I said that. So here's my design snap, and I don't know if you can see it, but that's what it looks like. And then you're going to choose your the embroidery one, because we're not going to do design center on this. We're just going to do embroidery. So I'm going to hit that, and then it's going to show me the picture. So then I have to hold it. I'm going to turn this way. Make sure your connector part is over on this side, and hold your phone over the top of it. I'm going to have to hold it a lot higher than the camera's going to allow me, but once you hold it up, I'm going to lift it up like this. Okay, so as you can see, I corrected a mistake. I rehooped it so my stocking's not upside down anymore, and the part that hooks onto my machine is over on this side. I went ahead and I scanned it using the app, and if you need more step-by-step directions on how to using the app, I know I do have another video where I show you how to do that. But I got a picture of my Christmas stocking right here, and right here it says send to machine. So I'm going to send that to my sewing machine. And once it sends it, the picture should appear on the sewing machine. So let's go to the sewing machine and see what we have to do next. Okay, I think I got a pretty good view of what I'm doing here. You can see that I have my stocking on my machine. And what I'm going to do is I have to put a design on there first before it will show me the picture. So I think I've been kind of looking at this, and I think what I want to do is I want to go into the Disney characters, and in here there's a picture of the little snowman. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what his name is. Is it Olaf? Is that his name? I don't know. Anyway, there's the little snowman from Frozen. We're going to set him down. And once I set him down, it immediately comes up and says, the image was sent from the mobile app. And I'm going to say, yes, I want to see that image. Oh, it wants me to attach this hoop on here. It wants to make sure I have the right size hoop in there. So there's my Christmas stocking right there. So what I can do is I can put him, I don't want it to be too close to the edge because I need a seam allowance, but I think he looks really cute right there. And then because I ran out of the toe here, I'm probably going to have to rehoop this and do something on the toe because I wanted to put him on the toe. And then I want to put Diego's name right here because that's my grandson's name is Diego. So I'm going to push add, and I'm going to go into here, and let's see, let's do a real Christmassy one. Let's just push this, and it's already going to be large, so let's push D, and I'm going to set it down. And I need to change the color. So let's push edit and make that white. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. The D is going to be white. That's what I meant to do. So now I can move. Put it right here. Now let's see if I can make it any bigger. There, we're going to set the D there. And then I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to push add, and I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to choose this again, and this time I'm going to push I, set it down. There's the I, edit, change color. I keep doing that, like that's where you change the color. I don't know what's wrong with me. My brain's not working right. This is the color that I want, and I'm going to make it white. And size. And see the way I'm making the letters go up that slant like that? You don't need to watch me do all of these changing colors and adding letters, so I'll come back in a second after you've seen what I've done. Okay, so I've got all the letters up there, and as you can see where I put them on one at a time instead of typing it, because I wanted my letters to be able to be moved separately until I could get them lined up with that one. You can put your letters on a slant with the editing part of it, but they would be literally slanted, and I didn't want that. I wanted them to look like this. So I think that's what I want to do with that, the word Diego. And now I actually have in that I brought from iBroidery some other Christmas Disney designs in here. So I'm going to push add, and this is your wireless button that brings things in that you've sent from the design database. So I'm going to hit that. And these are all designs that I've taken from my computer, put it in the design database, and I have a video that just talks about design database. So if you don't know how that works, go and look at it, because it's really cool to put things in wirelessly instead of through a USB stick. But I should have, here's Goofy. And he's an 18-year-old boy. I think he'd like Goofy on his Christmas stocking. So I'm going to set that down, and we're going to put it like right here, so I can embroider that out. Now another thing that I could do on this is I want to put like crazy quilt stitches on here. I think what I want to do is I'm going to select the O and edit and size, and I'm going to make his name just a little bit smaller than I made it. Maybe I'll leave the D big, but the rest of it I want it a little bit smaller. And then I can put a stitch right here. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to create a line in my design center. So what I'm going to do is I'll push add, and I'm going to go to my design center, and then I'm just going to take my pencil and draw a line. Whoops, let's not do that. Let's do a straight line. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a line like that, and then I'm going to hit this, and I'm going to go into the new selections that you got with your upgrade, and I'm going to do, I think, this one, because that looks very Christmassy, and I can do it in like a gold. And then I'm going to do it, choose gold, choose that, push pour, tap it. Now when I hit next, there's that design, and it's going to ask me how big do you want it to be, and how far apart, and where you want it to set. I'm just going to hit preview to see how big that is. Oh my gosh, you guys can't see that. Let's hit return. I'm going to make it a dark color. I'll sew it out in a light color, but I want you to be able to see it. And we're going to set it down. So now I've created this line that's right here, and I'm going to hit edit and size, and then I'm going to make it as big as I want it to be, and I'm going to put it up here. Let's see if I can turn that off so you can see it better. See where it is right there? Edit, rotate, like that. So it's going to go under the Diego name, but I need to turn the picture back on again so you can see where I'm putting it. So I'm just going to turn that back on, and let's rotate it one more time. Whoops! It rotated a whole bunch. Let's do one at a time. If I get too close to the edge, it'll flip all the way around. So that'll go right there, like that. And then, now that I have it on the dark background, let's change the color to yellow. Now you can see it. See how that works? Now while this is selected, let's size it up just a little bit more. That won't let me go any bigger than that. So I think that's good right there. Now let's hit duplicate, and let's put it down here too. I'm going to move it more in the middle. Let's rotate it and put it right there. I could do that with metallic thread. Wouldn't that be pretty? So I like that. I think it looks pretty good. And I might not even do the toe. I don't know. I might find a Mickey Mouse that I could put on the toe, but that's a pretty nice little stocking, and I know it's going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and sew that out, and I'll show you what it looks like when oh, and by the way, before I finish, this is like a velour corduroy. This is a velveteen, and so is this. So I definitely have to put a topper on that. So don't forget to put some kind of I usually like a heat away topper. That's the best one to use, because then I can iron it off and I don't have to wet this thing to get rid of all the extras. So don't forget to put a topper on it, and then go ahead and embroider it out. Okay, so I have moved into the other room. This is where I keep my sewing machine, and I finished embroidering out my Christmas stocking. Didn't it come out really cute? I really like it. I did another stitch decorative stitch along this seam here, but I decided not to put embroidery there because I think that's pretty good. I don't think he needs a lot. Like I said, he's an 18-year-old boy, and I don't think he wants a lot of frills all over his stocking. I took some more of the black velour terry cloth fabric, and I cut the pattern out again, and I'm going to lay them right sides together like this. This little piece that I just finished sewing is just a scrap of the terry cloth, and I made a little hanger with it just by folding it over and stitching across the top, so that will go across the top. First thing I need to do is I need to sew around the outside of this Christmas stocking. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Whoops. Okay, so I've sewn all the way around the outside of this. Sorry. This part right here came out just a little bit bigger, so I'm going to trim down here. There. And then I'm going to turn it inside out. We're going to see what we ended up with. I think I made it just a little bit too thin to be a usable Christmas stocking, but let's face it, they're decorations most of the time anyway. So let's see. I want to push this heel out just a little bit better. There we go. I think that it's little, but it's cute. It's a nice Christmas stocking. So now I want to put the top on it. And let's see. I'm going to cut this straight across here. And I have this. It's kind of a minky that somebody gave me. It's not real fur, but it's fuzzy, so it'll make a really nice top for this. So I'm going to fold it in half and sew this part closed. And I think because it's so slippery, I'm going to go ahead and do a small zigzag. I'll make it so it's only about 2.0 in width, but a zigzag will help this slippery fabric to not pucker and slide and that kind of thing. So we're going to do that. And this is the part that I always get a little bit confused about when I'm doing Christmas stockings, and I have made a bunch of them. I'm going to fold it in half like this, but then I've got to put it so that it flips around to the correct side. And in order to do that, I really should turn this back inside out again like this, and then sew the fur to the outside of it with it inside out, because that way when I sew around the top here, it will flip around to the correct side. And while I'm doing it, the back part of the stocking right here is where I'm going to put this little loop that I made to hang the stocking with. So I'm going to put this on here, right here on the back part, and I don't have any pins right by me for some reason. And then I'm going to sew the fur around it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. I have to say that this fuzzy stuff is crazy. I've got it everywhere. I'm going to need a lint roller or something to get this out of here. But let's turn it right side out. Well, one thing, my fuzzy top around the top is coming right into my Diego word. I'm not sure I like that, but I'm going to roll it just a little bit further up. There we go. As I said, I need a lint roller, but there's the Christmas stocking. I like the way it came out. I like the little Goofy. See, look at Goofy's really cute there, and there's Olaf, and then there's the word Diego, and here's his little handle, and that's a nice little stocking, and that was really fun to make. So I hope you thought that was a fun little video, and I got something accomplished today on my day off, and I'm sure my grandson is really going to love it, and I guess I will see you next time. Bye-bye.